If you're a buyer looking to buy before August 1st, 2024, this is what you need to know.
Hi, this is the Hatch Homes Group Market Update. Today you have Michelle and Johnny, and today we're going to talk about buyer-broker agreements. And starting as of August 1st, here's what you need to know if you are looking to buy a home, and this is going to be a big change if you're looking to buy a home. So in Oregon, this is going to be a new thing, but if you bought in Southwest Washington, this has kind of already been in place. There's a thing called a buyer-broker agreement that you're going to need to have signed before you can go view a property. And basically what it is it's some sort of agency relationship agreement that you'll have with a realtor.
It spells out their obligations to you. It's to be transparent because it was never really talked about before. But if you want to go see a house, you're going to have to you have to sign this buyer broker agreement. There's a couple points on it that we definitely want to talk about in this video. The first one is, like I said, before you even want to go see a house. And that can be awkward for somebody. Like usually as a buyer, you just click on something on the internet, a realtor calls you, you schedule a time to go see the house.
Right.
Well, now, before you can do that, you're going to have to sign this agreement. And that is interesting because you don't know the realtor probably. Yeah. So we can set the term limit. And I think that that's really important because we can negotiate if it's going to be for just that house, if you want to work with us for a week, if you want to work a month, or until you buy a house. I think it's up to 2 years we can have the term limit be. So that's one section of it.
Yeah. You might meet the person and they might not be your vibe, or you might be thinking you're nowhere near ready. You just kind of want to get an idea for a certain community. So it will lay out the agent's name, their brokerage, and as Michelle said, a term limit, and that can again be for that one house, could be for the day, could be for the weekend. You just have to have some sort of agreement signed before you can go view that house.
The other section talks about how your agent gets paid. Yep. This is interesting because it was never really talked about before, but it's always been negotiable. And I think buyers just kind of assumed that we got paid when they buy a house.
Yeah.
Well, that has never really been disclosed. There was no transparency with it, and or even how it happens. Like if it's the sellers pay it or the buyer pays it, and that's where things are going to be negotiated even more now. Is you're going to sign this agreement for a fee that your broker will charge you, and if the seller isn't going to offer that compensation, then the buyer may have to do that. And there's a lot of ways that we can formulate it to get paid, either from the sale or from the buyer. It's opening a door to the conversation, and it'll be interesting, even more interesting negotiating.
Yeah, and basically the big change with that is going to be that all forms of compensation are now going to be negotiated through the contract, through the sale. Contract. It's really important to whoever you end up working with that they can walk you through this form competently and make sure that you feel confident and comfortable with each area. And so whoever you meet with, they should be able to explain it to you. We just wanted to go over a couple important parts just to show you kind of what to expect. You're going to be able to talk about criteria that you like within a home, a certain area. And again, if you're just wanting to look at that one house, that can be in the criteria.
I think what's also important about this is what your buyer's agent is going to do for you. It's going to spell out in this section 7 all of our obligations to you, our duties, if you will, and like what we're going to do for you. And again, we've always had fiduciary duty to protect you and be honest with you. And this is something that just kind of validates that trust relationship because it is such a big deal. And again, I think that that's the whole point of this is transparency, protection for people, including your agent, but also so you know what to expect. Like that's why we always do consultations before we even go show people houses, because it's that important to know, of course, what you're looking for and what you want, but also for a good vibe and also what we're going to do for you so you know what you can expect each step of the way. So if you want to go over this in more detail, if you want to buy a house, obviously we will have to. So go ahead and give us a call, set up an appointment, and we will walk you through it and look forward to showing you houses. Don't forget to like and subscribe.